Hi, it's Gina at Tarot and Time here in Kent, Connecticut. Boy, is it allergy season here. I'm going to sniffle my way through this reading, so bear with me. Not only is it allergy season, but it's still Taurus season. And the sun will be in Taurus for a few more days this week, and then it's going to move into Gemini. So looking ahead, this video comes out on Sunday, the 16th, and the moon will be in Cancer. It's actually in the sign of Cancer the whole weekend. It stays there until mid-afternoon on Monday the 17th. So when the moon's in Cancer, I personally like to be home if I can. The comforts of home are so wonderful, and really just nurturing yourself. So if you didn't get a chance to do that this weekend, I hope that Sunday night you can take some downtime for yourself, be kind to yourself. Monday, if there's any way to start off the day a little bit more gentle, that would be a great way to take advantage of that Cancer energy that rules the home and nurturing, all that good stuff. And also keep in mind that the sun's going to come out of the sign Taurus into Gemini. Things are going to start picking up speed really quickly. So kind of savor the slower time while it lasts. It's a great time to be working on your home, making things beautiful. Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it's anything of beauty. And with the moon in Cancer, anything of beauty in the home. Okay, so by Monday evening, the moon will enter Leo. So I really like to focus on where the moon is, because it is, like in astrology, we consider it the closest planet to us, and it affects us the most. It's a very feminine planet, and so it really has an effect on us more, in some ways, the most. So with the moon moving into Leo on Monday night, things are going to start picking up a lot of speed. And then by Wednesday, the moon will enter Virgo right around dinner time. So a lot of details, maybe the final details of Taurus season. And then by Thursday the 20th, the sun's going to enter Gemini at about 3:37 p.m. Eastern time. So things will start moving, because Gemini is an air sign. It moves really quickly. It rules communication. It's ruled by the planet Mercury, how we communicate. And so the other thing to know about Mercury is that it's going to go into retrograde next week. So that is when it appears to be moving backwards, and it has that effect on communication, on roadways, on all the things it rules. So Mercury will be going into retrograde on the 29th of May, Saturday the 29th. So this is your last full week without retrograde. So I like to take advantage of getting some things done, like any major purchases. This is a good week to do it. If you need to communicate your feelings to someone about something, this is the time to do it. Of course, gently, kindly, but really trying to get your point across, especially if it has to do with your local community. So, because when we get into retrograde, you really do not want to be making large purchases. Things can get wacky. You want to check your travel plans 3 times, that kind of stuff. So if you are going to be planning a trip, try to get it planned before we go into retrograde. If you need to make a major purchase, try to get that done before the 29th. So enjoy this last full week of the freedom to buy and speak and do as you please. And I think that's everything that I wanted to share. Oh, actually, by the weekend, the moon will be in Libra. So a great time for being in relationship and with our friends, with our partners. And again, with the sun in Gemini, kind of playful energy. Good time to express your feelings to others. And yeah, so for a more detailed report, this is just kind of a little overview. And I am an astrology student. We have Sheila Height working with us. She's our astrology and tarot master, and she does an update weekly. So you can find that on any of our social media platforms. All right, so I picked some decks to work with. I use my pendulum to choose which decks want to be part of this reading. And I have a few different decks. I have the Relative Tarot, which is from my personal collection. The pictures itself for the piles is from the Ethereal Visions deck, which feels so Taurus-like with all the gold inlaid. So Venusian, I think, is that a word, Venusian? Venus-like. How pretty that is. So pile 1, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Pile 2, you have the beautiful Queen of Cups. And pile 3 is the Ace of Wands. So I also have some cards here from the Light Seers deck, which is one of my new favorites that we have in stock. And then the Everyday Witch that you see me using a lot. So go ahead, pick your pile, and let's get started. Okay, I'm back with pile 1. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. So let's see what you need to know for the week ahead using a couple different decks. Haven't looked at any of these cards yet. Let's see what we've got. So we have the Four of Pentacles. She's kind of holding on to her wallet there, keeping it close to her. The Three of Wands. I love this card. It's almost paddleboard season up here in New England. And this is what it reminds me of, just really going out, having a fun time, having an adventure, and almost like you don't always need to spend money to have fun. I mean, yeah, you have to spend money on the paddleboard, I guess, but getting out there in nature, look how like the mountains in the background, and savoring the adventure. This is the Universe card, so this would be a version of the world. So elegant, so beautiful. Coming in the foundation position, it's all just coming together. Has great feeling. The Nine of Cups, I love how she's so dressed up, taking pride in having fun and dressing up. All the cups are full, there's so much available. This really looks like a fun week. And here's the Ace of Pentacles again. So we got two Ace of Pentacles going on, really taking a look. She's looking at that pentacle. She's out there in nature, really thinking about what's important to you. What do you really value? Where does your joy really come from? Four of Swords, looks like a really great nap, resting. I was talking about taking advantage of that Cancer moon, and if, you know, by Sunday night, maybe take a nice mellow night. Monday morning, if you have a chance to go a little bit more gentle, that'd be a really great thing. Take advantage of that. Try to get some extra sleep. And here's the Seven of Cups. There's so many choices available. And with the Nine of Cups behind the scenes here, the Seven of Cups over here, and she's choosing the cup with love. And we know we're going into the moon being in Libra for the weekend, so really enjoying the relationships, having some fun, and just savoring it. That's what I see for you. I'm gonna pull a couple more cards just in case, because it feels so simple of like, just get out there and have a good time. Rest up, do things you enjoy. The Nine of Pentacles. Just picking the pentacles off the tree. There's no lack. The Eight of Cups. She really looks like, she's just like dressed beautifully out there in nature again. I feel like being by water and just getting some fresh air, enjoying, savoring. And I'm pulling the Sun for you. Such joy. So rest, enjoy, think about what's really important to you. It seems like nature is really where it's at. I'm rolling astro dice. I want to see what planets come up for you. So we have Saturn in the sign of Leo in the first house. Okay, so Saturn placement in the first house, I have that placement in my astrology chart. It can be a little bit forceful. It can be an intense childhood. First house is your early childhood. And it defines who you are. And sometimes Saturn can be like those harsh rules. I know that's was my experience with it. And this here is really, I get the impression, kind of, it's sitting like right here on the Sun card. Really look at the rules that you were taught as a kid about fun, about taking time out for yourself, about nurturing yourself. And let's really make that more updated about you, because Leo's here. It's in the sign of Leo. Leo is ruled by the Sun, sitting on the Sun card. And a Leo is going to make things very much about them. That is one wonderful quality about Leos. They know their value. They know their importance of their joy and them being a focal point. And so this is a week for you to do that, to start examining why you think that you can't, why you think that that's the rules that you're living by, the no's, the shouldn'ts, couldn'ts and shouldn'ts, the guilt. And so that is ready to come up, be looked at. Leo, it was ruled by the Sun. Let's take a good look at it and let's update how we're living. One more card here. Yeah, and as I'm saying that, it's like the Three of Swords comes up. And so it's like being bound to like this old way of like, we don't have to keep torturing ourselves like this, that you have a beautiful life. Enjoy it, relax into it. Let go of these ideas, these thoughts. We're going into Gemini. Gemini rule is definitely about the mind and quick thinking and overthinking. So let's pay attention to where the thoughts are running to. Let's drop some of the guilt this week and go have a really fun time. Have a great week. Okay, I'm back with pile number 2, the Queen of Cups. This beautiful water queen, queen of emotion. She would be like a Cancer or Scorpio queen or Pisces queen. And so let's see what the Queen of Cups has to tell you for this week. So we're starting off with the Five of Swords. Lots of overthinking, lots of worry. It's a good time to change that this week. Back here, there's someone with their hands up in the air. There's a sense of freedom there. And so it's time to start dropping this worry. All these crows here, I think of crows as like messengers from the other side. There's this worry, maybe this worry about the bigger picture, maybe fear of death, all that great human stuff that we do. And so the Queen of Cups really chooses the emotions that she wants to get into. And so it's time for you to decide to change those thought patterns, to actually reject them. Here's the King of Cups. So we have a pair here, the Queen and the King. I like him. I like how calm he looks. Meditating there, really being set free in a way. It feels a very, like, such freedom there of this worry. There's also a pair here, partners. And we're going into the moon in Libra this weekend. The weekend coming up, which would be the 22nd of May. Moon will actually enter Libra at 9:35 p.m. on Friday the 21st. So there's some partnership going on here at dropping the worry, setting yourself free a little bit, maybe doing a nice calm meditation. Doesn't have to be long. You know me, I'm always talking about taking bathtub meditations. And with all this water energy, that would be a really good thing to do. We have the King of Pentacles here coming in the position of the bottom of foundation position. So 2 kings in a row. We have the Three of Cups. It's kind of an interesting version of it. Kind of feels like ancestors handing down these cups of emotion. And so really questioning what thought patterns you've inherited, what you've inherited through just being taught. This is how we do this in our family. And you can have, it can stop. The buck can stop here. Is that the expression? You don't have to keep handing this down, the dysfunctional way, the fear, basically. Learned behavior. Here's the Strength card. Look at her. She's fabulous. Okay, and she's also, her wand is making this tornado in the background. She's moving on from it. And so that's what I see you doing. Just really taking a look at the thoughts you're thinking, the emotions you're diving into, and making a conscious choice that doesn't work for me. I'm not going to waste my energy going there. That kind of talk. Because the Strength is card number 8, so it's the infinity sign. You can get caught in that loop of just thinking the same thoughts, and she's had enough of that. She's busting that apart. Ace of Swords. Swords, again, air energy. We're going into this Gemini season, and the ace, it's like, it feels very young. It almost feels like a page of swords. But she's got her sword up there, and it's like, no, I am not going to do this anymore. I am going to think differently. Oh, and Temperance. Look at that beautiful balance. So 2021 in numerology is a 5-year. Temperance is card number, major arcana number 14. It equals 5 when you add it up. It's the card of the year. So this is the year, this is the time, it's now to make these changes. 5 is associated with change. You already had the 5 of Swords coming up. And being Gemini season is kind of 5 of Swords-ish. Find the balance. She's got cupcakes behind her, a computer, carrots, looks like a dirty martini, a book, all this balance to make her feel well. So find that balance for you. I'm going to roll these dice and see what you have for the week. We have the Sun, we have Aries in the 5th house. Okay, so the Sun, joy, living from the heart chakra. Aries is dynamic energy, getting things done, getting out there, making this change, taking this action, because Aries is ruled by Mars. It's action. In the 5th house, which is Leo's house, the house of fun. This week, it's time for you to drop these thoughts that don't work so that you can have more joy. I know you can do it, so have a great week. Okay, I'm here with pile number 3. I have the Ace of Wands. So beautiful. Okay. Couple different decks that I'm working with. Haven't looked at any of these cards yet. Let's see what we have. We're starting off with the 9 of Wands. A lot going on. A lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. And a lot to oversee. Here's the 2 of Wands. So we got all fire energy so far. She's got the world in her hands. So 2 in relationship, it almost looks like these wands almost look like walking sticks, getting out there, living, and really thinking about what relationships work for you, which ones don't, how you want to live your life, how you want to live more passionately. Foundation card is the Star, your first major arcana, just balancing above and below. And, you know, I think about the Star coming in after the Tower card when things are removed. And she is a sign of hope, but she's also a star. Just look at her. She's beautiful, shining, bright, pure. It's an Aquarian card. It almost feels like Aquarian is so futuristic, like something new coming in. And then this Ace of Wands, something new and fresh coming in. So kind of being topped and bottomed with like a similar vibe. Behind the scenes here, we have the 9 of Cups, just kind of basking in it all. And it's interesting that I'm placing that right next to the 9 of Wands, which feels like 2 different extremes. Like so much going on, so like almost stressful, and then so much relaxation. So there may be a push and pull just of really craving that. Let's see what else we've got. And 8 of Pentacles, very hard at work. She's kind of taking her attention over here to this like more herbal side of the table, where the other side looks like more paperwork. And it's so, you know, Eight of Pentacles is definitely like very successful card, but it seems like you're just working a lot. And there's a need to really make an adjustment there so that you can have a little fun also. Wow, the Star again. She's so connected. And yeah, she's just like, she is a shining bright light. She is Aquarian genius energy, forward thinking. It's air energy, and it can get a little bit caught in their mind too. They can get a little logical, especially as we move into Gemini sun season, which is an air sign. So really, there needs to be more of a balance for you, but you need to realize that you are shining brightly, and I really feel like you're moving in a good direction. You just need to take some you time. Here's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is also considered the card of the year for 2021 because 2021 is a 5-year in numerology, and this is Major Arcana number 5. So this card and Temperance are considered like our theme cards of the year. The Hierophant is a Sagittarius card. It wants us to reach higher and reach up to our higher power, question our thinking about how we connect. And it's interesting that this star has like this cord connected up. So kind of just getting like, you can't do this all on your own. Like you're kind of getting a little exhausted. Really got to pick and choose where you're going to give your energy to. And there's some things that you're going to have to let go of. And at first it might feel like a little bit of a purge, but then it's going to start to really work for you. And you need to keep connecting higher. You can't just be working all the time and doing that. You have to be connecting with the energy from above, so that you have more energy, and it's not just coming from your body. If that makes any sense to you. So take some time, even if it's just a couple minutes, to just really feel the connection above. And then when you get back out into the man's world here, you can get a lot done. But I do want you to be a little bit choosier about the relationships that you take on. And that doesn't just mean love. That means like work. That means any kind of where you're giving energy out to. There's some new opportunities coming in. I hope that you will take some time off for yourself to get outside and have fun. That's been a theme across these readings. And so it's just as important as the work. I want to pull another card or two, and I'm going to use my Astro Dice. So let's see what we've got here. Anything else that you need to know? The Queen of Wands. She is a fun girl. Yes. So important. Have fun. Do nothing if that's fun. And the Three of Cups. Look at that. So beautiful. Looking up there at those stars, you got a lot of star implications here. So maybe it's just to take some time with a couple of friends that are important to you. Get outside and just enjoy the night sky and have a good time and recharge, and make sure that you know that it's just as important to have some fun as it is to keep giving yourself. Okay, I'm gonna roll the dice. And we have Pluto in Aries in the 10th house. Okay, so Pluto, the planet of transformation, in Aries, which is ruled by Mars, which is action, how we get things done, right? And Aries is associated with the first house in astrology. So it's I am who I am. Transformation in who you are in the 10th house, which is everything to do with your career. So you really want to be taking a look at the new you, how you can transform yourself now in a year of change, and merely making sure that the fun is prioritized, the downtime is prioritized, and so that you're just not depleted. Okay, so have fun this week. Enjoy it, and I'll see you next week.